From Turning Stone Resort in upstate New York, this is Poker Night in America. Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Tonight on Poker Night, we will check in once again with the one and only Nolan Dalla.
The game was very, very different back then. What I miss most, though, were the good old days of the personalities of the people. And the people I used to play with in those underground games. They were very, very interesting and maybe even a little dangerous.
But for right now, let's get back to the cash game. Back to our table here at Turning Stone. Cash game playing $25 and $50 blinds with an optional $100 straddle and a minimum buy-in for each of these players of $5,000 in cash.
Get him the racks. This is like the Larry Flint game we used to play in. You have to either lose X amount or play at least 4 hours.
Some of the pros from yesterday's cash game watching the action here today.
You want me to play your chips?
You play my tournament chips, I'll play your cash games.
Greg Mueller, one of those pros who's standing around watching the action.
That would be an expensive tournament.
I'd like to have 200 dimes.
By the time I get
250,
back,
250.
By the time I get
Yeah, I
back.
lost the last pot about 50,000. Oh yeah, that's what you said. Yeah. Trying to get the 400.
Tank for an hour.
So you play my live chips. You play my live chips. You're texting me, Lane. You got to take at least 6th in the tournament.
David Baker is going to raise to 575 with pocket jacks.
Sorry, we played another hand. Third.
And Elliot Lesser in the big blind pops it up to 1575 with ace king. Bucky steps aside.
I took it that you knew that Sean trying to impress his man in the back, and you trying to catch him.
I know you got a big hand.
It's not that. Ellie's really trying because he doesn't play like he knows what the hell he's doing, so he really's got to convince people.
I know you got a big hand. I got a big hand too, though. The good thing about me is I don't really have a style. I just adjust to the people around me, and I also adjust to how they're playing against me. You know, the impressions that you have, especially when you haven't played with people before, is just they remember your most recent hands. So I kind of try to play off of that, and I kind of try to do the opposite of what my table and the players at the game are doing.
Bucky won't throw this away.
You know, it's funny. Barry Greenside said that one time. I was.
Super big?
Was playing Noni Steak before you were time. He would come up behind me, and whenever I'd still continue.
I saw one of them.
Now I'd stand behind Ted.
You have a red ace.
And everybody said,
Oh, so you don't drop it.
Show it now.
Ted's going to play good now. He's like, why? He stays playing. He says, yeah, but he can't teach him bad habits, so he's got to be good.
Would have been a great hand to see who would have won there if David Baker would have made the call. It looks like Phil Locke's grabbing the cards. I don't know if you're exactly going to do this, but I guess he is. And what would a hand this would have been? Look at that. Ellie would have flopped 2 pair, and then David Baker would have went runner to make a straight. That would have been really good team.
Yes, I was sure he's pushing.
He showed his hand. I saw an ace, and the other card didn't look like it had anything on it.
But what took you so long to jam it in there?
This is Bucky. He's going to test us today.
He's going to test us? Next time maybe I just make it 1,200. You would call, you had a real hand.
You should retest him. I would
This is my bold face.
Because you had me beat at the end.
It's a good face.
Discount, boys.
It's a damn good face.
So he's good, yeah. Now he's probably got 2 aces, so I better not do anything. You know? Just going to call.
I'd have to use the other
Going to try and get there for free.
Uh-oh. Knot hugger is in. The knot hugger's in.
Oh, everyone calling here. 5 players will see this flop together.
Okay.
It's just 2 aces. You don't need to look at the camera. I mean,
You want me to come back there and I get aces?
Yeah, just assume. I mean, you just assume now they're probably black because there's a red one out there.
Yep.
325.
Easy money. Bake's printing money over there. You know, he's got a little machine. He doesn't print a lot at a time. He prints a little bit at a time.
Oh, I folded a better hand.
7 high.
6, 7?
You got him steamed up at that 3-4. He folded too. He didn't even lose any money. He folded just because he would have. about the 3-4.
You folded.
Steamed about the Him calling. Makes such a good play versus Will. I'm supposed to win that whole pot.
Soul read.
What happened? Did he bomb the river? I didn't see. He bet 500.
It's
I made
amazing
it
how you think
1,500.
you look like a hero.
Will got
after
it in there
you call
before his
right,
chips hit the felt.
Soul read, is that what you call it? When you put your chips in, the first thing going through your mind is, please God. Was it like a pray and a call, or was it really a soul read?
Soul read.
I think it was
call blind.
Sticking with your guns, right?
At least he doesn't bat an eye, and he just goes with
Soul read.
Can we do that out of turn? What is that? Just a call blind. Can we do that out? Call out of turn blind.
He can do it. He can do it.
Oh, we don't care.
Why can't he do it?
If you
I
want to
don't
put
think
in
you should be
50
able to.
So now it's
We're just assuming that David's folding.
Yeah, you're affecting David's.
Sorry. I actually thought I was under the gun for some reason. And
So you're really blind? You haven't looked at your card yet?
If I say something, 100% the truth. I won't.
Okay, if I say something that's
it's
like
binding now.
1% true.
No, yours is not true.
Yeah, but less
If
than
I say
1%
something
would be
about
true.
blind or whatever, it's the truth.
What'd you have when you were in a small blind? You showed him, but you almost had a hand. Like which flop was 4, 3 diamonds.
They come 3, 5, 7 of
I
diamonds.
looked at a 10 of diamonds first, and then a red 9. What happened?
You want to tell
You're the only
me?
one I can't beat. 0 for 2.
He's a poker player that never lie? Bucky said?
No, I'm saying if I say I didn't
No, he's
look
saying
or
if he
something
says I'm
like that.
blind, he's not
Yeah.
pulling a Viff or Phil Hellmuth, Tony G thing or whatever happened when Tony G. Of course I looked.
That's amazing how
how
quick
you
you rattled
prepare.
off those top 3 names. In exact order. No, actually he had one out of order. It might be
No,
Viff
there
or
was a-
Tony G. Bill.
There was a hand with them where he was like, yeah, I'm blind. And then like Phil went off and then Tony G was like, of course I wasn't blind.
Why would you believe me? We're at a poker table. Nothing I say is true. That hand is not.
He's talking about the hand with the other guy, Tony G.
Wow, to bluff these two, I mean, to win a hand from these two guys.
So Phil Hellmuth went off on it and we like got it all in, and then like Tony G's nuts. He's like, how did you get that blind? He's like, I wasn't blind. Are you stupid?
Stick around because when we come back, we will hear from the most interesting man in the world of poker. Nolan Dalla is next on Poker Night in America.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Welcome back to Poker Night, where we're going to introduce you to a new segment on the show. In it, Poker Night's Nolan Dalla will distill his knowledge of poker history, as well as sit down with some of the greatest minds of the game and wax philosophical about life and the unknown. Or it could just devolve into a wine-fueled rant about pretty much anything. Take it away, Nolan.
There was a time after I graduated from college where I couldn't find a job. That's when I first became introduced to the poker scene. I was a poker dealer. The game was very, very different back then. It was mostly limit hold'em and 7-card stud. Now it's all no limit hold'em. The game was very, very different. What I miss most, though, were the good old days of the personalities of the people. And the people I used to play with in those underground games. They were very, very interesting and maybe even a little dangerous. And those were certainly some fun times that we probably won't see again. There was certainly an underworld that controlled or certainly was influential in parts of Las Vegas and maybe even the East Coast. That was the tail end of an era when the mafia or organized crime had an influence in some of the casinos. And the last vestiges of that era were certainly Binion's Horseshoe. Not that it was necessarily mafia-controlled. It was an old-style, old-guard way of looking at the business. Now it's corporations, and now it's, a quarterly report that's the goal, and numbers and slot machines and, rewards programs and so forth, and all that's good. But it used to be about people and personality and knowing somebody and, fitting in. And I think we've certainly lost that. Was the good old days really the good old days? I don't know. There were dangerous times if you weren't, on the right side of it all. But certainly Las Vegas was a different time, a different place, up until the Howard Hughes era and up until corporations took over the city. It remains to be seen, whether we're a better time and a better place.
The always interesting Nolan Dalla. Thanks, Nolan. Now let's get back to the cash game here at Turning Stone. Poker Night in America brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online. We're back to the table with some of the most entertaining players in the world.
You never have anything bad.
I'm going inside way.
You agree for him? Next break, Greg coming standing, playing 10 hands. Is it okay with you guys? Okay?
No, I don't like money.
Lorraine?
I'm fine with it.
You fine?
What is Greg doing?
It's coming. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm
It's
in.
fine because he's in.
I'm in.
Do we got to pay the
I just want to know what he was doing.
He's coming and he's standing. He's standing.
Over?
Yeah. He's playing for 10 hands.
If he's standing
I
up,
mean,
he has to be all
he has
in.
to be right here. I mean, he has to sit in the 1.5
It's a
seat.
good
Phil, I
seat.
take the over on 10 hands. But
Pretty sure it's right here, but
We'll draw for a seat.
Can we get the camera right here for 1 minute?
Flop is 5, 6, 3.
Can he sit in the
Phil Lock
1.5?
is flopped to
Can we get the
straight.
camera on Dennis Phillips for 1 minute? I'd have something to say.
You always have. When have you ever been quiet?
You tell me what person, and I'm not going to give any hints, has rode out a third place finish better than this man.
impossible. Impossible.
Who has milked a third place finish better than this man? What?
Milk.
Rode it out. Value, got value. Who's got more value out of a third
Okay,
place
Lane,
finish
there's a
than this
big
guy?
pot over here. There's a big pot developing. Shut up.
Well, Eliezer speaks. We better listen.
Incoming.
Yeah, that's
All
what
in.
I'm saying.
Phil bet 4,000, which put David Baker all in, and he called.
Wow.
Not.
Pretty good, man.
4-7 one time.
And a 5, 6. Oh, you won't get it in with the. I can't even talk about
Deuce 4. He won the beer, man. Deuce 4. He called a raise before the flop.
I guarantee you, I have a better hand this time spot than I had.
So you know all the math? Is that why we did so good in OEFC last time? Hello. Oh, hey, you need Madison to hold the
I
jack.
don't feel like
Give him some pain.
Developer.
You got it. If you win it, you win.
Boom.
And the river does not help David Baker, so he will lose
My vibe was totally I didn't have it going on.
a large $6,400
Hold on,
pot
so you were feeling you were feeling a little shaky about the deuce.
to Phil.
Shut up.
You would kill to come over here this game.
Oh.
Do I win it all?
Yeah, you went all.
I like to see
Nobody
the.
loves info more than Phil.
What do you got? Well, when you live deep in the whole caverns, you know, it's nice to see a little ray of sunshine peek through the, through the earth once in a while.
Okay.
Philosophical life lessons from
Are
Phil
you trying to
Lock.
start an OFC game on the floor? Oh, I thought you were down there.
Whatever, you put it up here, enjoy it, embrace it. You're a game degen and you want to tune out. That's fine.
No, Mike wants me to finish this game only.
Oh, okay.
Because he needs to invite me to another game.
You weren't calling about on the turn, I assume. Jesus. The worst thing about folding this is they can see it later, possibly.
Lucky, one thing is, like, for a guy like me who likes to be volumed up, there is a max at green chips, and I've gone past the max. I like to have 2K in green, that's it. I don't need 8K in green. Two's a good.
It looks like Lock's playing easy on D Baker. It looks like Lock has 80,000 in front of him.
That's it.
All the beautiful greens.
He's gonna pay in greens for sure soon.
That's unbelievable. You whine about having green. You whine about having purple.
You gotta have
beg
the
to
right
have-
amounts. It's just all about having the right amounts. It's not too much to the.
God, I feel sorry for Jennifer. Nothing's good enough.
If you didn't know, Phil Lock is in a relationship with Jennifer Tilly, the actress and poker
I'm gonna
player.
start getting rid of these ugly purple chips.
You're smart.
And Lauren looks like she didn't like that call from
Two
Phil.
of spades. 2 of spades or a 9 of spades. I check.
$850 was the bet from Lauren. Quick call from Phil.
Well, I was trying to
Is it, if I hit a 2 of spades, is it good anymore? 2 of spades. Check. Queen.
You're good.
Lauren had one more chance to bet on the river, decided not to, and she lost the hand.
One of the advantages that the pros have in a format like this, when there's 1 or 2 unknowns, is the 5 or 6 of us that know each other, we don't really have to pay as close attention to what they're doing because we already know. I already know how Tom Snyder's going to react. I already know how Gavin Smith, Greg Merson, Greg Mueller, I know how those people respond, so I don't really have to pay as close attention to what they're doing. So it kind of puts Lauren and these amateurs in a little bit of a tough spot at the beginning because they're trying to figure out 8 people while we're just pretty much only have to figure out them.
I did not like calling those bets against Lauren, I'll tell you that.
I was hoping that you'd fold as a result of that.
More poker from our invitation-only cash game when we return on Poker Night in America. Welcome back to Poker Night in America. I'm Chris Hansen. Let's get back to our cash game here at Turning Stone. Again, the blinds are 25 and 50.
Can we talk about how Mouth is sitting right down there chanting to himself? That's literally more enjoyable than playing the cards itself. I love you, Mouth.
I'm trying to tilt Ellie. I just put him in. You might like steam in right now.
I am steaming.
Mike Matusow is in the room, but not watching the action, just sitting on the ground, taking in the sounds of poker.
9 1/4.
925.
Not the 3-4 offsuit. I'm not in the Bucky zone. I'm in a different zone.
3-4 offsuit, a much better hand than 10-3 of spades.
It's Eli versus Phil. What do you got, kid? You got. What kind of flop do you want? What are you doing, kid? You're the best. Why do I play hands with you? You know? How much are you playing there, kid? Is that less than 10,000?
7, yeah.
I'm gonna give you action, kid. Easy money. You just pick me off. You got it. Easy action. You might have the best hand. I don't know. I had a big hand, though. If you fold, I probably have the best hand. That's what I'm thinking. If you snap call, I'm probably going to be sick. But I could still win.
No, so you got 2 tens, baby.
Something like in that range, you know, in that range.
Phil Lock doing very well today at our cash game. Brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Alezra is going to pick him off. So pathetic.
Did you win that last hot hand?
What do you think? What do you think? He did
When he
or
made it
not?
925?
Of course I won that pot.
He said he's going to give me action and he moved me all in.
Are you re-raising?
I have nothing like usual.
No. Mouth is the best.
5 players going to see this flop, almost $1,000 in the pot pre-flop.
Okay, sorry.
And the flop is 10 Queen 5. Will Fiala flops 2 pair and checks. Lauren Billings with the very stylish all-in sunglasses. Will's going to put out a bet and see if anyone else has something. Ah, found Lauren Billings.
Ouch.
Fucking pains me.
1,700 in the pot. Heads up with Will and Lauren.
You tell me, Bucky, when everybody checks the flop and you get there on the turn and then somebody bets, doesn't it look
700
suspicious?
to bet from Will.
When what?
Everybody checks the flop.
That's going to get a call from Lauren.
You get there on the turn, and
Nice hand.
I knew it. And I get there on the turn, and then somebody bets.
I think it's really fun playing against poker players of this caliber. You know, in this, it's just unlike anything else. People are going to see your whole cards and see your mistakes and, you know, kind of get an insight to your game a little bit. I hope I learned something about how I play, and when I watch the footage, realize that I could play better. You know, I think that's something I hope to take out of it. Folding the river more. I'm a big fan of paying people off. I've been getting better at it, but nonetheless, you can always tighten up your game and balancing your range.
He wants to not just felt the guy, but to felt him in a beautiful precision of mathematics and harmony. It's like where it just all cascades to purity, you know?
Need some food.
Yeah, those are not words used in a sentence when you describe a lane. Cascading and purity.
All the math curves, you know, intersecting the little matrices. Like that 5, when you flopped the straight, you felt like it's all falling into place. Let me see a little queen on the
Stars
turn.
just aligned. The donkeys are pushing.
The donkeys are pulling, so why
Pulling,
push? Yeah.
Donkeys are pulling.
I check.
Check.
Lucky chocolate.
Look at this. Look at the purity that I start with, and then this comes. I'll show you how pure I am. Okay, whatever. You bluff me, but look at pre-flop purity. I was in the top 6%, and then
Pre-flop purity. Right. When we come back, it's the parting thoughts of Nolan Dalla in skill versus luck in poker.
Let's play 2,000 hands and see who wins the chips.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Hope you've enjoyed tonight's Poker Night in America. For more, check us out online at pokernight.com or connect with us on Facebook or on Twitter. For all of us here at Poker Night, I'm Chris Hansen. We'll see you next time.
Is poker a game of skill or is it a game of luck? Well, it's a game of both in the short term. It's a game of both in the short term, meaning a couple of hands. You and I play one hand, deal the cards out, the lucky player wins. 2 hands, try it. 20 hands. Let's play 2,000 hands and see which of the two, if we put Phil Ivey and we put a complete amateur, let's play 2,000 hands and see who wins the chips. Do you want to take this one or you want to take Phil Ivey? I'll take Phil Ivey, all right? We know that poker is a game of skill. Now, the determinant of skill is not just in one hand, 10 hands, 20, it's in time. Time is essentially the great equalizer. Answers the question of, is poker a game of skill? Absolutely, it's a game of skill. Yes. I'm coming into the zone now, and you're cutting me off.
I'm running out of questions.
Are they still rolling?
Yeah.
Are you still rolling? I'm getting wound up now.
I'm winding down.
Aaron's saying, get these out of here.
I ran out of beer. Hey, how do you think Todd's gonna feel that we emptied out his liquor cabinet?
That was you guys. I had one drink. I'm telling Todd I had one drink.
That's a lie.
I had one drink. One.
From Rams Head Center Stage at Maryland Live, this is Poker Night in America. Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Danielle Anderson is fast becoming a household name in the world of poker. As a professional poker player, wife, and mother, Danielle has a lot at stake with every hand she plays. However, as she is arguably the highest earning female cash game player in the history of online poker, it appears she's managed to keep the family fed and the home fires burning. We were fortunate enough to have Danielle join us for our invite-only cash game in the Rams Head Center Stage at Maryland Live. Let's see what a hard day at the office looks like for her. Poker Night is brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays poker
It's a
online.
lucky jacket. Oh, I didn't realize that jacket ain't kosher, man.
Yeah, no. It's Canadian bacon, so it's
If we flop, it might be like fold, everybody folds again, it's bad game.
What's that?
Everybody folds.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's good. I agree.
Just get it over with.
Yeah, I agree. All right, first hand, actually. That's good. I like it.
Still like,
I like it.
get up to like sometimes like free like 36, 35 in the day.
Tom Schneider makes it 125 with deuces.
You know, it's not usually too bad. At nighttime it gets pretty cold. But it's like it's really bright sunlight until like 8 o'clock at night already.
Bryce.
It's more and more.
And Danielle Anderson is going to raise it to 500.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you've been driving on your bike at all.
I'm gonna take it up in after the World Series. I got a guy who wants to buy a trailer down, and he's gonna buy a truck, and I'm gonna drive all my stuff up. So
Tom calls and Merson folds.
how does a guy ever get a grand
by me this hand.
And here is the flop. It's 5 queen deuce, a huge action-producing
Hey
flop.
Todd, how does a guy ever get a greyhound around here?
Danielle bets 625. She flopped a set of queens versus Tom Schneider, who flopped a set of deuces.
Tom's in the
These 5Ks are going to go in real fast in general.
So, will you be at the series?
And the turn is another queen. Danielle with quad queens.
Depends on how healthy my game is. If my game's healthy enough to go on its own, then I'll go for the whole thing. Otherwise, I'll come later.
I can't go for the whole time either. Humpy's getting married a week after it starts, so I gotta go to his wedding first.
Opie, you said?
Humpy.
Humpy.
Humpy Fly.
Oh, yeah.
Brian.
Big guy?
Yeah.
1,200. He's getting married in Lake Tahoe, so I'm just gonna wait till that starts and go fly out there first.
Tahoe's awesome in July and June anyways.
Should be nice.
Just ready to go golf. Got some great golf courses in Tahoe. Down Truckee.
I've never been there.
You golf now? Yeah.
I retired from golf when I picked up poker.
So you're one of those guys that says golf too.
Golf.
Yeah.
Philly accent.
Are you upset that Michael Vick's a Jet now?
Almost $5,000 in cash in this pot. Here's the river. It's a 9 of spades. Important because that now puts 3 spades out on the board. Tom Schneider with that queen on the turn made a full house. Danielle checks. And if Tom puts her on a big flush, he right now thinks he's going to get paid for this full house.
1,900.
I meant to bet 24.
I think he would have done there in one case.
I was thinking that too. I think 34.
All in. Raise, all in.
I call.
Call.
Ooh. Wow. Good fold by me. At ace-9 with ace.
Easy game. Just quads.
Just makes quads over set.
Why did you slow roll? You said you were going
I'm
to.
sorry.
This is such a bull.
Well, he called me. I had to show.
Just check the river, too.
I think there are more and more women playing poker. I think it helps that the women who are playing poker are more visible out there. I think, Vanessa Selps having all the, media attention that she's had. I also think not only are more women playing poker, but more women are getting good at poker. And I feel like now I've had some really, really tough table draws in ladies' events. I mean, I really like pretzels, but you know what else I really like?
I bet I know. I'll bet I know.
So far, I love Maryland Live. I mean, I've had some really good food here, which sometimes casino food can be a little iffy, and that's a big thing for me. I'm a foodie. And then, the rest of my time is just spent hanging out with the Poker Night in America crew, and that's always going to be a fun time. So I've had a lot of fun at Maryland Live. I started my career as a cash game player, and that's definitely where my, comfort lies into. I just feel like it's so great, the dynamic of you can bust somebody and they can buy back in, or, you bust and you can buy back in, and just the, the dynamics that can happen with that. And plus, I like the flexibility and the freedom that a cash game, serves. You can leave whenever you want, you can sit whenever you want. It's definitely my preference. I view a tournament as almost more of, I don't want to say a lottery because there is clearly a ton of skill involved. I guess I feel like tournament is more like chasing the dream, but cash game is more of a grind. It's just going to be like a slow, steady profit. Whereas tournament is just going to be like very volatile, and you're going to have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And I prefer the slow and steady.
When we come back, Danielle, or D Moon Girl as she's known online, will continue to test her skills with some of the world's best poker players. That's next from Live on Poker Night in America.
Poker Night in America on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Let's get back to Rams Head center stage at Maryland Live.
How come last game I bought in for 10 and I didn't win a single pot? Well, no, I'm not going to be the person that but really.
How amazing would that have been? I swear, I'm like, I got a really bad feeling. If I'd have checked the river, how amazing would that have been?
Check the river. That would have been quite amazing.
Yeah, right.
That would have been quite amazing.
Daniel Anderson off to a great start very early on in our cash game.
Do we have any alternates ready? Danielle's done.
Yeah. I just got the ultimate too.
Mm-hmm. I'm up a quarter. I'm thinking we'll quit. See,
Schneider raises with ace king.
He's a hot sucker right now.
Locked.
Somerville and Merson both fold.
do anything besides
You never would have folded the hand I just had right here.
Yeah?
Never would have folded the hand I had right here.
I folded ace nine when he had deuces last hand.
Never would have folded the hand I just had.
Daniel raises with ace king. Back to Tom.
I would not. You wouldn't have back in 2004 either.
I'm all in.
Raise all in.
Somebody's stuck.
Are you guys in another big pot? This kind of feels like a sort of some kind of tour affair. This is like my wife and I at our home games.
Danielle's decided she wants to wait for quads again.
Yeah.
Don't want to get all that money without quads.
I think he's in the forest right now.
Game's on.
Really? Seriously. No. Chewy. Leichenberger?
Oh, Chewy? Oh, you living in the forest?
No, I think he's just visiting the forest right now.
He's just visiting. I feel like he would be like that kid. You remember the movie they had years and years and years ago where the kid like lived in a tree?
Jungle Book?
No. The kid actually lived in a tree.
Pretty raised there, Tom.
Dug out a thing and he trained a falcon or whatever.
But overkill, isn't it?
I guess that's too old for you guys. But I feel like Chewy might like just live in a tree.
Last time, yeah. I'm sure he would enjoy it. He's a simplest.
Huge overbet, obviously, from
like
Schneider.
Just if I call, I feel like I'm being cooler here. All right, tight fold. Pretty tight fold. Nice hand.
Danielle will not call the big raise from Tom, so he takes a couple of chips back from Danielle.
He said something, I picked up something that made me think he was really strong, and it just felt like a weird spot. So I ended up folding. I maybe could have called there.
Somebody who wants to put more money in.
He can't get in trouble.
He's a world champion.
He can't get in any trouble anymore. He might get in trouble for not showing his cards very well, but like.
Re-raise 300.
That's just bull.
When you're a world champion, you can sleep it.
Greg Merson raises with 6 deuce. Danielle, great cards again with ace king.
When you're world champion.
Play a hand, Tom. Jesus.
I'm thinking about it.
He's just sitting there, just watching cards go by.
How does he have any time left to bomb down?
2,000.
Hey, it's 2,000 total.
Can't tell.
I think it's a good time to sleep.
What do you have?
He folded 2 queens.
And we're back to Danielle.
Now you ask if I'm old enough to play?
Yeah, he's 17.
Danielle got carded leaving the casino. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
Leaving? Why leaving? That's weird.
Come on.
Raise.
And now Danielle puts all her chips in the middle.
Wow. Wow, I got a call now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Another big pot with Danielle and Tom.
Could have just seen a nice little flop.
I was willing to see a flop.
I don't like your chances on this one.
I don't either. Anybody want to give me insurance?
And here's the flop. It's 10, 6, 8.
It's not a bad flop for you.
Hurts more when it comes on the river, though.
True.
Turns to 10.
My pain.
It does hurt more. Trust me. Trust me, I've seen it.
And the river's another 8.
1, 3.
That was my big blind, Tom.
You got drinks.
Thank you.
All of a sudden, he's jolly again.
He doubles me and him.
Yeah. He doubles
You guys
me.
got
He doubles
you guys got Zippo the Hippo.
What do you
Which is
mean
about
we
right
have
for your
Zippo?
play. Danielle's the only one that's good enough to win one.
Don't you
laugh at
have
me.
one?
I have one, thank you.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
How's that possible? What do you win? Limit hold'em?
And my name has. And my
Players
name
talking about their World Series of Poker
I won an
bracelets.
8-game.
Oh wow.
So
That's
something.
you only won 2 games.
So you won an 8-game, yet you were afraid to come down and play a $500
I was
satellite
downstairs with you. I was downstairs with you and Matt. We were waiting on Tom.
You have a
and
bracelet, Matt?
Matt has no chance.
Tom chickened out, and so
You have a bunch of FTs though, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Just
I have
needle you. Like 10?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you won the
every
mixed
spot
hold'em, huh,
except for
Gavin?
second, third, fourth.
You won
fifth,
mixed hold'em?
sixth, seventh.
I just looked last
Couple
night.
fifths,
I didn't
couple
even
sevens.
realize you won that. You and Treba.
I'm trying to get
You won mixed
really
hold'em?
trying to get
Treba
in
won
there.
it.
E-Dog won mixed hold'em too.
Every spot except first and
E-Dog won his first one with
But
mixed
multiple
hold'em.
sevens and fifths.
Matt made this like one of the sickest bets ever when he took some stupid price that he would final table
12-1.
He would final table the 10K and the 50K. I think they were horses at the time.
10 to 1 you thought?
And he final tabled them both.
Wow, that's great.
But nobody knew how to play those games back then. That was 2008, so it was so easy. But now I would never make that bet.
I see
You remember
chips
you were
changing
talking about
hands.
If you would sell
A lot of
like,
them
your
on this
lifetime
hand.
of action for like a 50-50 deal and the 50K and you weren't sure you would take it or something.
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
talking about that. It was like crazy how confident you were in those.
Now I would definitely
All right,
take
let's
it.
agree, man.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
So much tougher.
My bartender wasn't sure what a Greyhound was.
Oh, well, we need to talk to your bartender. Then. I got a real problem with anybody in the state of Maryland not knowing what a Greyhound is.
You're in the South, man. You're in the South.
This is not South.
You're in the South where it's
This is not
27
South.
degrees outside. Yeah. This is kind of like fake South. It's
I
like,
hate the Ravens too, by the way.
I don't like it.
What? You can't say that in this town.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Gavin Smith making friends all over Baltimore.
Free raise all in.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, what are you guys doing?
And now David Baker is all in,
I
and
don't like this at all.
Danielle's going to have to call. She's got 2 pair.
Every
I
hand's
can't
all
raise
in.
2,400,
Does this feel
2,500 he raised all in.
I call.
What are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do next lap, Danielle?
Slow roll. Slow roll.
I thought he had queen 10. I thought he had queen 10
She
hearts.
goes, oh my
Honestly,
god.
I did.
Oh my god. She goes, Jesus Christ.
I mean, welcome to the game. Holy hell.
We have to take a break, but when we come back, find out if Danielle can survive this sweat on Poker Night in America. Welcome back. I'm Chris Hansen. Poker Night in America, Maryland Live Cash Game, go.
And I was just saying, I was like, oh.
Can you run Baker
Can
never
you run it more
loses
than
his
once?
hand.
Hold on. Can you run it more than once or not?
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah,
we
you
can.
gotta ask.
We can.
Let's ask. Let's find out what the rule is.
We did in Reno, but I don't care.
In Maryland Live, you can.
So you can. Let's do it.
Well, let's make sure. That's no
I'm
big
not
deal.
running it more than once ever, guys. Never running
All
it
right,
more
let's
than
just run it
once.
once. Forget it. We'll just run it once.
No, you guys can. I'm just never going
We
to.
can run it. We can run it.
Oh, it's up to you. I don't care. If you want to, whatever you want to.
I'd rather run twice because.
Okay, let's run it twice.
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah.
Twice.
For fun.
You're gonna lose both times anyways, Danielle.
What's that?
You're gonna lose both times. He's gonna hit a queen one time. He's gonna.
I tend to agree with you.
David can. David never loses a spot.
First burn's already down.
See?
Yep. Never
Good
loses.
decision.
This will be a 7 of spades, and then he's gonna
It's
get.
not even over yet. She still has 4 out.
7 of
3 out.
spades. Oh, clubs.
Wow.
My
You were
bad.
close. You were close.
My bad. Sorry about that. And then it'll be right
7
away
of
hard.
hearts.
It's gonna be the 4 hearts from the turn.
4 hearts.
4 hearts.
Oh, 4 spades.
Wow.
Damn it.
Could you call him 2 of spades? Could you
No,
call
no,
him
hearts
something
comes
like
to
that?
4 hearts.
Oh,
2 of spades.
Hey, easy game, easy game.
what kind of stuff you guys got in these cards? I don't know what's going on here.
Antonio's what you call
David Baker is going to win the first one, but lose the
I
second.
don't know. David, you're running bad today. You should probably
These
quit.
are some of the craziest hands I've seen in a while.
I mean,
We might want to kick this game down the way this is going.
I want to apologize for knitting it up, guys. I'm gonna try and get involved in more pots later. Yeah, this
We went over
is
to
kind of a
Subway
dead
and
end.
ordered literally bread and
think it's
turkey.
'cause we're, like, down.
Nothing else.
How can they mess it up? They didn't. Delivered.
I think that's why he looks a little different than you and I do.
Very plainly.
He didn't have any bacon.
No bacon.
No bacon, no mayo.
Greyhounds.
Water, turkey, bread.
Quite
Perfect.
disciplined. Very impressive.
No, that's it.
Are you like Wanderlei Sully? Do you
I
drink
eat
your
the
own
same
pizza?
thing
Action
every
on
day
Jason
for almost every
Somerville.
meal.
You will
burgers,
fold.
Turkey burgers, salad, frozen yogurt. Like 98% of my meals are those 2 things.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Or like all organic, whole wheat, everything.
Doesn't
but, you
get
know.
annoying?
No.
Danielle just
No sense of
continuing to
that
play the cards dealt to her, this time ace 10 of spades.
All right, let's see what happens.
You go to a restaurant though.
I ate like fish yesterday. It's fine. I ate plain food.
That trout,
This side of the table, very active. The flop is Jack 9-8, all clubs.
That always give you too much. So I can never eat anywhere near all of it. Like,
You ever gone hunting, Gavin?
No, I've never hunted actually.
I feel like they're in Alaska. You have some good hunting options
Yeah,
up there.
everyone brings me food in my games. I had this one guy bring me nice halibut. I had another guy bring me ptarmigan. I had another guy bring me caribou.
Ptarmigan's fish or
bird.
It's a bird.
It's.
Did you know what that was? Okay, you're laughing. I'm like, I don't know.
I had another guy bring me.
I got to get something out of the spot. Somebody might have ace high or a 3 or something.
Oh yeah, duck eggs. Another person bring me duck eggs.
What percentage of players that you know up there hunt? I think it's a pretty high percentage of the Alaskan population.
I don't know. It's probably about 50.
I can't believe I'm folding.
But like, I mean, 100% of them have
Why
guns.
don't you to call?
I would say.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone that doesn't have a gun.
Oh, you got me. Wow.
Wow.
Don't worry, I laid down the best hand.
Tom Schneider says, wow, I folded 6s. I had the best hand.
Own me.
I don't normally fold.
I don't know if I like the trend of
150 in
me
a pot
owning
like
you
that.
in $400 pots and you owning me in $4,000 pots, but David Baker just owns my soul. He just, I don't know, I can't seem to beat the guy in a big pot. I win small ones from him, and then he wins all the big ones.
This way I'm assured at least getting like a good room at the Smith residence up in Alaska.
You can have whatever room you want.
I like that.
150. Tell me about your town in Alaska. What's like, is it big town, small town, like the middle of nowhere? Or like what's
Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, you're in Anchorage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the biggest city in the U.S.?
And in Alaska, yeah.
In Alaska?
In Alaska.
So is it
In the U.S., I think.
Anchorage?
No.
It's like 300,000
No.
people, maybe.
There's
No.
a city in Alaska that's the biggest city in the U.S.
Land area.
Land area.
Oh, okay,
yeah, not
yeah,
population.
Flop is Jack Queen 9.
You know what the largest city by landmass in the U.S. is? Yeah.
If in the continental United States, it's Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yep.
Really?
Not many people know that.
I didn't know that.
Jacksonville.
Wow. How does
But
the guy
that's
from Ukraine know that?
because I've been here for 25 years now.
So? I've been here
I probably more know about U.S. history than you do.
That's a challenge.
So, I mean, but that's closer than Ukraine.
I'm going to look up some history questions. We're going to have the Canadian and the Ukraine guy face off in
I'll pick
American history.
I wouldn't do very well.
Listen.
How old are you?
Old. Compared to you, I'm young.
No, how old are you?
33.
So you went to school
33?
How is that old?
Right.
You're the third youngest player at the table.
Yeah,
I said compared to.
Well, these three are younger. He's four.
26.
These three are all younger.
Same age.
Those two are.
How old are you?
We're both 26.
Danielle's
Yeah, I know those two are. Danielle's?
Greggy's a baby.
You're
I'm 29 for another month and a half, and I'm hanging on.
Wow. He thought you were over 33. You know that, right?
You know what? I just thought you were mature. I
don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you noticed that, Danielle.
Mature. It's not age.
David totally thought you were over 33.
It has nothing to do with the way you
I
look.
liked you, David. I liked you.
What an ass.
My wife's older than 33. and she's hot as hell.
You're an ass,
Doesn't
David.
matter. That isn't
Still,
Why are you saying Danielle?
I'm holding on to that 20. I'm still in my 20s. Damn it.
My wife's older than that.
I got a month and a half left. Leave me be.
Enjoy it.
No, it's not an insult.
Wow,
That was wrong, huh? I guess she's been around for a while. She's got a couple kids.
She's been around.
Now you're calling me a
No, he didn't say. He said.
Holy moly.
Holy cow.
That is brutal. What, because she's from Minnesota, you think she's everybody?
It's cold up there. There's nothing to do.
In Alaska, the same.
Merson raises to 150, and Danielle with another hand. Ace 10 will call. Long flight for Gavin to get all the way from Anchorage, Alaska to Baltimore via Phoenix. Tom Schneider can't help himself. He'll call out of the small blind, as will Matt Glantz.
You missed the punchline.
How many we got? 4?
And here's the flop. It's 8-3-5, all diamonds. Only one of these players has a diamond in their hand, and that is Matt Glantz. Greg Merson, the WSOP main event champ, bets 400.
It seems like you'd be older than 26.
That's why I buy the Greyhounds. I gotta get.
It seems like you've been around for so much longer.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I started when I was 16.
Oh, I didn't even really know you, and I didn't even know anything about like online. I just remember like around.
And so the world champ will win his very first hand on Poker Night in America here at Maryland
It was
Live.
my first year. I had second and a fifth.
Tried to
when I
suck
was
up to
22.
somebody because you pissed everybody else off at the table?
The facial hair, though, definitely makes him look like he goes from a solid 17 to like
Early 20s.
19.
More Poker Night when we come back.
Poker Night in America on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Thanks for checking out Poker Night in America. To watch complete episodes online, visit our website, pokernight.com, and also connect with us on Facebook and on Twitter. For all of us here at Poker Night in America, I'm Chris Hansen.
It's a lucky jacket.
I didn't realize that jacket ain't kosher, man.
Yeah, no. It's Canadian, baby.